Sailors from Resolute Support headquarters in Afghanistan held a ceremony today in honor of the Navy's 240th birthday. Invited guests included civilian staff as well as coalition partners.
I kind of look at October 13th, 1775 as the birth date of an idea. Not a new idea by any means, but maybe the enacting of an idea that America, like the great nations of its time, also would need to rely upon the sea and a navy for its livelihood, its security, and its defense. It wasn't a popular idea at the time. You can read about the arguments that went on in both Congresses. It wasn't a popular idea in 1794, and it wasn't popular when Mahan wrote his book either, but it stuck, and it held on long enough to become reality after he did. Maybe we can call that idea, that enacting of that idea, readiness. We were ready then, 240 years ago. Our founding fathers recognized that this country, America, was born a maritime nation, like so many of its partners around it. And 240 years of service have proved that in peace and war, a strong and forward-deployed Navy is key to America's success. They told us we needed to be ready. But that readiness didn't become a reality because of Mahan or John Adams or anyone else who pushed it. It became a reality because of those who lived it, because of those who, since then, chose to become United States sailors and serve their country in the finest traditions of Jones, Preble, Decatur, all of the above, and many more, who in turn built their own legacies and carried that tradition forward to us today through all those aforementioned actions. I'm speaking directly to my fellow sailors here right now. This includes all of you. You are today's embodiment of that idea. The culmination of, as the Chief of Naval Operations puts it in his birthday message, 240 years of proud, committed Americans raising their right hands to become sailors and defend our country. Or as the Sailors' Creeds put it, as we recited, you represent the fighting spirit of the Navy and those who have gone before you to defend freedom and democracy around the world. We have with us some members of our partner navies, other navies that have fought and sacrificed alongside us, and though you carry forth your own, at some point shared history and legacies, we share similar traditions and the recognition that cooperation and partnership at sea and ashore have always been and always will be essential between seagoing nations that value human rights and democratic principles. On behalf of all the sailors here, we are proud and grateful to be in your company and to call you our partners and friends. We all bring our own set of strengths and capabilities to the fight, lending them where and when they are needed. Which is kind of why we are here in Kabul today, many, many miles from the nearest ocean or warship, celebrating the U.S. Navy's birthday. Because like all of our sister services and those of our partners and our civilian brothers and sisters right here, the Navy has strengths and capabilities, born of an idea of readiness enacted 240 years ago that our coalition needs. And I and all of the United States sailors here who work, fight, and sacrifice alongside you, some of that very raw, being very recent, are glad that you came out today to recognize that. Thank you, shipmates, and happy birthday to the United States Navy.